Hey, what's up you guys? It's Simon. Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I wanted to do something where I drew your guys' OCs. So a little bit ago, I asked you guys to send me in a couple of your OCs so that I could cover them basically in this video and do sort of like a draw this in your style type thing. But with your guys' characters because I love them so much. So here they are, not much of an intro really, I'm just gonna get straight into it. So the first character that we have is by Spencer Batman Clance on Instagram, and all of these are from Instagram by the way. So they sent me their character Nathan August, who is a trans man and a high school student, and they gave me a couple facts. So he loves alarm clocks, movies, music, and my personal favorite fact, he loves the movie Be More Chill. And actually they've told me quite a bit about him, sort of like his more like personal stuff, because we've talked about Nathan before and I just so happened to finally get the opportunity to draw him for this video. So they mentioned that he's like a relatively like shy character, so I kind of wanted to incorporate that in his posture a little bit. As you can probably see from earlier, I was struggling a lot with trying to draw the hand. I wanted him to have sort of like this shy wave sort of, and I really struggled with that, but overall I think I got like his main what's the word for that, like his, not posture, but like just his demeanor, I guess. I just wanted him to come off as like very shy but also very sweet. And there was also a moment where before I put his colors in, I also have a character, Nate, who is not cis. He's non-binary, gender fluid, so like sometimes he will use male pronouns, sometimes he'll use female pronouns, sometimes he uses gender neutral pronouns. But before I colored this Nathan in, I was like, this looks like my Nathan. You guys haven't seen him yet, I haven't posted him anywhere, but he is in my sketchbook, and I probably will after this video because they almost have the same haircut. It's like actually crazy. I think I really was just like zooming in on my boy. But yeah, so this is Nathan. I really like him. I like the colors, I like his story, I especially like the whole Be More Chill thing because, as you guys know, I'm obsessed with Be More Chill, and I'm obsessed with this character. He's just, overall, he's a really sweet dude, and I'm glad I finally got the chance to draw him. So here is Nathan August. And then the next character is by Daffodil Drawing, again on Instagram, and this is their character Lemon, who I adore so much. I swear every time I see her, y'all know I love gradients. Look at her hair. How pretty is she? How cute is she? I love her. So Lemon, basically her name comes from the fact that her mother was a baker, so her mom's favorite ingredient to use in baking obviously was lemon, which is, fun fact, another one of my favorite flavors. Like, I almost impulsively bought lemon bar cookies the other day just because they were lemon bar cookies, even though I'm broke. You guys know I'm saving all my money for the convention, so I was staring at those cookies for a really long time. I wanted them so bad. But anyway, like I said, I was super excited to draw Lemon because I'm obsessed with her hair and she just seems incredibly cute. So they left me a little bit about her personality. She's a very like princessy type character, and every time I hear that I think like Miku in World Is Mine. Like how she's just like, she's not like overly girly, like she has a nice dress and everything, but she's just very bossy, you know, but still very sweet. Every time it starts to look like she's going a little bit over the edge, she's like, oh, but I'm adorable. And I was like, I love that. So she said that she likes to wear frills and dresses and stuff all the time, and is just overall very sweet, which is hilarious because her name is Lemon and she's super sour. Also, I don't know if you guys can tell, you probably can, but I snuck a little lemon as her pupil. I think it's the pupil, but I wanted to do that, and I was struggling with her eyes, so the minute I got the idea to do that, I was like, oh, this is the one, this is it. And then I was instantly satisfied. Like her hair was kind of like Nathan's hand. I drew it like 6 times and couldn't be happy with it until I finally did something that was like, oh, this is it. So that was sort of how it was for her eye. I slapped the lemon in there, and then I just sort of went to town on the shading for her hair. I was just so into that gradient, and like every time I see her I think about like Strawberry Lemonade, which I really really like. And yeah, I think she's so cute. And I guess I should probably talk a little bit about why she's holding ice cream. I know obviously like there's ice cream in the original drawing, but it probably doesn't make sense if you don't have her backstory. So she obviously, her mom's a baker, and she works as an ice cream maker, I believe, or she just works in an ice cream shop, I'm not sure. But I really wanted to draw obviously ice cream and stuff, but I decided to do strawberry because I felt like the pink would just overall go with all the other pink that we have in the drawing. And then I made it sort of like falling over and dripping because she's like holding it, but she's not really being too careful with it, so she's sort of dumping it over. And I thought it would just look really cute. And then for her outfit, I know she's wearing a like sort of mustardy color dress in the reference, but I had a second reference of her where I believe they used like a pink like multi-liner or something to shade in her dress instead, and I was like, well, I think that would look good for the way I'm coloring her. At least it matches really cute because it matches her ice cream. I forgot her bow. Oh my gosh. But anyway, so that was Lemon, and she's just overall very very adorable. So next we have two very special boys who I love so much. You have no idea. The minute they sent these in, I was like, huh, what? These are babies. I love them. So this is Callum and Francis. So Callum is the one I believe on the left. He's a stone elf who can't make direct eye contact with anyone because obviously, sort of like a Medusa type thing, if he looks at you, you will turn to stone. And I was like, this is the most tragic thing I've ever heard. He probably has the cutest eyes on earth, but he could never look at you, and that hurts me. It hurts me deeply. And then to the right is his, or not the direct right, there's a little friend of theirs in the middle. They informed me that they're just like a genderless little mushroom pal that tags along sometimes and like likes to pal around during their adventures and stuff. But to the far right is Callum's boyfriend Francis. So he is a cat creature, and because of him being a cat, obviously, and a little bit the expression that he has in this drawing, I wanted to draw him being very sneaky, just because as a cat owner myself, I know they're naughty boys, and so I wanted to draw him sort of being like a little sneak and a little smirky. I feel like he's the type to maybe like tease Callum a lot. I don't know everything about their story. I just feel like from his overall vibe that he'd sort of be like pestering him, but in like in a loving, like sweet way, just to like be funny with him, you know? So I really like these two, and basically their overall story is that they are two boyfriends from like a fantasy world of like magic and stuff, obviously, and they go on frequent travels through like this forest together where they make lots of friends and try to keep everyone happy. I imagine it's kind of difficult, and I had so much fun with this just because I really liked their designs. Like, I felt like they were super creative, especially like Callum. I don't think I've ever seen a stone elf before, and I loved all the little spots on his ears, and he was just, oh my gosh, he was so cute. I was so excited to draw him. And so yeah, I loved their story as well. Like, obviously I'm really into like I don't know if you guys have seen any of my D&D characters in a while, actually. I think the only one I've ever posted is Tank's brother, whose name I immediately forgot after I picked it. So I should post more about that, but like, I do love fantasy. I'm obsessed with the Adventure Zone, and I'm trying to get into more stuff like Critical Role and stuff, but mostly I've just been listening to Amnesty and then sort of trying to make my own D&D characters and messing around with my friends a little bit. So getting to draw some more was definitely very fun, and these guys are definitely incredibly cute. And how many times am I gonna say how cute I think they are? I think they're so cute. Like, I actually love them. And then like, I really struggled with I think how to color Callum, just because like I didn't want him to be like a solid block of gray. So I was like, okay, well, I can do like cool skin like cool tone gray skin, and then I can do his hair like warm toned, and then I was like, but what do I do for his ears? And I was going all over the place. But I did eventually settle on like sort of, I think, a tone that I'm at least decently happy with. And then I wanted to give him like really shaggy hair, because I think in the original I can't tell if he's looking away or if he's looking down. So I just wanted to give him like total sheepdog hair, so that like even if he was looking up into the front, so that he could at least see where he's going, but he can't necessarily make direct eye contact with you. So I gave him cute little puppy hair. So next we have Tamara, or Tamara, I'm not sure how to pronounce her name, so I'm very sorry, but basically Tamara's story is a girl whose story deals with like the lore around Hanahaki disease. And if you're unaware of this phenomena, it's a fictional disease that was popularized by a manga, I believe, that was created by Naoko Matsuda, and it's called Hanahaki Otome, or The Girl Who Spit Flowers. And basically her story is about a girl who falls for all the wrong people, and it puts both her and her friendships at risk. And basically a little more info on Hanahaki disease. You guys have seen from that edgy little Naruto drawing that I did a while ago. Of course I'm bringing Naruto into a video again, what a surprise. But I drew him with like moonflowers coming out of his mouth, because basically the whole idea of Hanahaki is that it's like an unrequited love situation. So he or when you contract this disease, basically you're in love with someone, they don't have the same feelings as you, and that causes you so much grief that you start growing, I believe, flowers in your lungs and I think your heart, but it's mostly your lungs. And then because of like that buildup, you start to like cough them up and stuff like that. So I'm sorry I drew her so sad, but I figured that that would sort of be like the most natural thing to do, I guess, because of like her story and what happens to her. And so I did try to incorporate like an actual like flower in her mouth, and I'm not sure why I chose green. It kind of makes it look more like a succulent, but I just wanted to toss more of that color in there, because obviously the only other place she has it is on her shoes, and I didn't draw her shoes, so I had to get it back in there somewhere. So that's what I did, and overall I love her design. It's sort of really simple, but at the same time it's like, I like that it's simple, because if they ever do make this into like a webcomic or something, that would make her like immediately relatable, and she just looks so cool. Like I love the pink and the what would you call that color? I always go back and forth between calling it teal and something else, but I really enjoy it. I think it's a really nice color combination, and I love her hair. I think I might have made it too long. I think it's actually a little bit shorter, but I couldn't tell, so I went with long hair just because I felt like it flowed with the drawing a little bit, at least in my case. And yeah, overall I really liked her character. I loved her story, and I thought she was super, super pretty. So I had a ton of fun trying to make her. I felt really bad for making her sad the whole time. I was like, oh, do I suck for this? But I felt like it would make the most sense. And I also made her eyes brown, because in the original drawing, I don't think you can tell what color her eyes are. I think they're black, but if they're not, I can fix it. It'll be really easy, but I made it brown just because I assumed, like, I have brown hair, so I assumed her eyes were brown too. But, so yeah, there is Tamara, or Tamara, I'm sorry, again, if I'm saying her name wrong, but I really, 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 really like her, and, I think she is a really cool character, and I hope I get the chance to draw her again sometime soon, because I actually do really, really like her. So, next is our final character, and this is by, Soya on Instagram, and, this is her character, Mayella, and she's she's an English Marchioness. I don't think I'm saying that right, but just in case, I hope that's how you say it, but basically she's a British noblewoman in the Rococo/late Baroque period, and I love her. She is such a spicy gal from what I have heard. She apparently likes to smack people with, like, they said it was like one of those fold-up fans. So I was like, oh, I know exactly what you're talking about, and I have to draw that. So I gave her one of those, and unfortunately I couldn't think of an idea for anybody smacking it, but you've seen all those images of these fancy gals, like, fanning themselves with these little paper fans, and so I had to draw that because she's just so cute, and it fits. Like, she looks like she needs to have one, you know what I mean? Like, before I even read that, I was like, she looks like those people with those little paper fans. So, had to draw all that fancy business, and I don't know much about her backstory. I did read something that said a Marchioness is either a wife or a widow of a Marquess. I'm probably not saying that right again, but basically, as soon as I read the word widow and then I, like, put it together, I was like, a spicy gal. Did she kill her husband? I don't know if she's married. I don't know anything about her other than that she is a noble woman and she is very feisty. But I do know that they are planning on incorporating her into a play that they're writing. So definitely go check out their Instagram. I want updates on that. I want to know when this play happens because I want to see if I'm right. I want to see if my theory is proven correct. So basically, I didn't have too much trouble with her design, actually. I didn't have anywhere where I particularly struggled too much because, like, I think everything about her just, like, clicked with me. I was like, she's sassy, she's beautiful, she's got all my favorite colors on her, like, she's gonna be so easy to draw. I think the only place I really struggled with was, definitely the, what is it, the like, strap on her dress, because I don't know if you guys can see, I don't know why, or if it went by too fast, but it went sort of like, I zigzagged it and I was very zoomed in when I was doing the line art, and I only went to her arm, so I zoomed out and I realized that, oh, that's not how the lace goes. It's as if she's lacing it to her arm and not to the other side of the bodice, and I was like, oh no! So I had to completely restart all those little lines, and I was like, okay, that's fine. So I had a little bit of trouble there, and then I also struggled with her hair just because, like, I'm someone who, like, my style, I'm trying to steer away from anime, but the hardest place for me to do that is hair, because I just love to make it super crazy and in chunks. And it's annoying because, like, my painting style, obviously, I try to be sort of somewhat realistic, so I have a lot of strands of hair when I paint, and when I do this chunky block business, it makes it really hard, and that also made it hard. For the style of her hair, I, like, tried to make it look as if it was, like, pulled together in a curly bun, but I don't know how well it worked. But yeah, so that is Mayella. She is beautiful, she's wonderful, I love her so much. I think she's, yet again, another very interesting character, and I'm just, like, I'm so grateful that I get to draw all of these for you guys, because you guys are so creative, and I'm not sure if I'll make this a series. I might do it, like, maybe once every couple of months. I'm not sure, don't hold me to it, but I would love the opportunity to keep doing something like this for you guys. So that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for, like I said, giving me this opportunity. If you like this video and you want to see me do something like this again, you can follow me on Instagram, or you can help support me so that I could make this a recurring series, because at the moment most of my income comes from commissions. So if you want to help support me, you can go to my Patreon at patreon.com/SimonAESArts, and you can now donate as little as $1 to get shoutouts at the end of these videos, or you can donate to my later tiers, so $5 and up, to get cool things like commission discounts, exclusive wallpapers, fun things like that. And if you want to help support me more, you can subscribe to this channel, or you can subscribe to my Twitch, where I live stream every Sunday and Wednesday at 3 and 6 p.m. CST respectively. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will see you guys next week. Bye.